This is Series 1, Episode 70. In this video I'm going to be talking about a Chinese stock called Weibo. I think I've said that correctly. It's a Chinese stock listed on the US stock market. It's actually on the Nasdaq. So in the video I will talk about the stock itself, then I will talk about the institutional ownership, some of the financials, then I will talk about the technical setup and a trade idea, a trade that I want to take myself. So I'm starting on the Wikipedia page for this stock, just to give you a bit of history about the stock. So it's a microblogging site, so I understand it to be the equivalent of Twitter for China, Chinese version of Twitter. So it's one of the biggest social media platforms in China, with over 445 million monthly active users. Platforms has huge financial success, surge in stocks, lucrative advertising, blah blah blah. Well, I'm not going to take what Wikipedia tells me as gospel. I like to do my own due diligence. Now, the reason this stock's cropped up on my radar is because I'm doing my weekly research. I'm scanning hundreds and hundreds of stocks, and I pull, well, it's literally thousands of stocks I look at, and I pull the very best that I can find. And this particular stock has come up on my radar, so I started looking deeper, and the financials look good, the technical setup looks good, so I'm going to talk about it, because I'm actually trading all these stocks that I talk about on YouTube with my own pension money. It's actually my future pension that I trade with. So I'm not going to talk about stocks that are unlikely to succeed. I'm only going to talk about stocks that I think are going to succeed because I want to make money like everybody else. So with that, let me just show you the institutional ownership of this stock. So we have Alibaba, Invesco, Morgan Stanley. You've got some big names behind this. So it starts with a Chinese name owning 7% of the stock. Then you've got the US owners. It's looking really good from an institutional ownership point of view. You always ideally would like to see institutional holders because they're the ones, the big bucks, and they're the ones that move stocks. Now if I go over to the website, Weibo's website, this is it. I can't understand anything on this page apart from the word Facebook, unfortunately. That's the only word I can see, I understand. But it is basically Twitter for the Chinese. And it seems to be very popular. Financials are good. So now let me talk about the technical setup. And before I do that, as I always say, everything I talk about is for informational purposes only, education. If you decide to act upon any information I'm about to provide, that is your decision. You are responsible for your own trading decisions. So here's the monthly price chart. I'm using different charting software today. Usually I use Yahoo Finance, so it's easier to follow. But today I'm using my broker software. And this is the monthly chart, as I said. And the price, I just wanted to show you where price was historically. Up here. And where it is now, down at around $56. Now I'm going to zoom into the daily chart and talk about the technical setup. My regular viewers will hopefully see the pattern that I'm about to explain. I talk about it almost every video. Cup of handle, cup and handle pattern. Look at the price in February. This is where the high was in February. Then it drops, big sell-off, and a base forms. We have this, like a cup forms. Nothing really interesting happening, and then the right hand side you see a great big surge in price, and then makes a nice high, and then there's a big sell-off again, forming a handle, a cup base with a handle formation. Now ideally when you trade cup or handle situations, you're supposed to wait for slightly above the handle high, so it's supposed to be around there. But I like to try and get in trades a little bit earlier if I can, because then you're going to make more profit. So here's the trade idea. As I said, if you act upon this, this is entirely up to you. I'm going to try and get in on this trade if I can, because this is a very nice setup, and the financials are really strong as well. So first of all, although I hate mentioning stop losses, I will talk, because I'm giving you a trade idea, I will explain why I would expect you to get out of this trade. If price was to go down to here, $40, then it's probably not going to work out. So there's my stop loss, $40. Price is currently at 56, so I'd like to see price 56 or lower. Ideal entry would be around this $50 entry, around $50. I'll show you why. I hope I can draw this in. You see, now I'm drawing this freehand. You see how price was attacking that level historically, around there. around there. Price was just contained. It just kept bouncing off that level. Then it broke through and then came back down. That's where it touched. So that was a good sign for me. That was where I would expect it to hold, and it has held. And then we got this bullish green candle on Friday. So I think that this is now a buy. So 56 or lower, thereabouts, dollars, $56 or lower. Stop loss at 40, and then I'd be looking to try to get 20% or more on this stock as it moves up. So 20% target, that's what I always try to go for if possible. 20% as a minimum, because what I'm hoping will happen, it will make its way up to this high, probably hold for a bit, and I'm hoping it will break out to make new highs. So it's a good one to watch, guys. It's entirely up to you if you take this trade. You can see the financial institutional owners of it. You can see the technical setup here. It's a great looking stock. The setup's really nice looking. So, and I believe it is a buy now. So the markets are closed as I do this video. This is Saturday. So on Monday, keep your eye on this stock if you want to get in on it. It's a very nice setup. You know what your risk is at $40 there. So there it is. There's the setup. Weibo, Chinese microblogging, Twitter equivalent. So there it is. Wish you the best of luck as always, guys, and please like and subscribe, and please, I'd really appreciate comments, because I know when I see comments I know that people are really actively watching the videos. I say it a lot. Comments are really important because it helps with the algorithm. Thank you, guys. Speak to you soon. I really hope this works out, and it's a very, very nice setup. Cheers.